Hi, honeys. Welcome back. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Garet. And on today's episode, we're going to be getting our noses up into a topic that's a little bit sweaty, a little bit scientific, and sometimes very kinky. Any ideas?
Oh, lions and tigers and bears. Oh my.
The world of pheromones and attraction, including turn-ons that get your heart racing.
I like this one. Speaking of turn-ons and getting your heart racing, what about candle wax?
Like dripping hot candle wax?
Yeah, like pouring it all over your body. Are you into that?
I like the cold, the cool touch of ice, but I don't know about the burning sensation of wax.
I actually think I remember, and maybe TMI, but
definitely probably TMI.
You do
anyway, but speaking of candles,
yes,
we made some of our own candles with a very sexy naked man recently.
We did at my sister's hands last week, and he was sexy. He had a big booty and he wore an apron and was basically naked from behind.
And he was very good at what he did. He made beautiful candles and he worked that room.
He worked the room and he worked that wick, girl.
Yes, he was teaching us how to get our boxes ready.
We had to open the boxes, treat it with care.
Because we were making tea lights, obviously, and the box was for the tea lights. And then we had to get our wicks straight.
Because they were a bit curvy. He did come behind me and he helped me straighten my wick.
He did, yes. Was his wick straight at the time?
It was getting straighter, I felt it, that's for sure.
Okay. Well, it was very fun and it was slightly awkward in a room full of 10 other women, but it was a good time. And we have been burning these candles in our house. They actually smell beautiful. Like they smell like $60 candles.
They did. So the scent we ended up going with was very vanilla,
it wasn't like
plain
salted
Jane.
Caramel vanilla.
It was salted caramel vanilla. He had a nice sandalwood one. He had like a sax on the beach.
Yeah, that smelled terrible.
That did.
Like orange juice.
Yeah, and then he had like a strawberry cream.
And cream. Like obviously a lot of these scents were very, very floral, very, very like candy shop.
Very sweet, yeah.
Very sweet. And I wanted sandalwood and tobacco and vetiver.
Yeah, we like musky. We like stronger.
Bougie with it. Yeah, but with something sweet with it. But anyway. Burnt. Love them. It's filled our home with lots of sexy vibes.
We love scents.
Set the mood.
It set the mood, which inspired us for today's episode.
While hot wax might be a kink for some people, we're going to be getting into armpits. Armpits.
You said it.
But before we do, I want to just remind our listeners that we very, very, very much appreciate all of you for listening. If you can follow, subscribe, and share our podcast on any platform of your choosing. Connie F. in Australia gave us 5 stars. Thank you, Connie. One of my best, most genuine podcasts I love listening to, she said. The connection between us is really so enjoyable, and she looks forward to every episode and keep them coming. So, Connie, we are going to stay on top of the publishing schedule, releasing new episodes every week. And if any of you listeners out there want to leave us a review, we would love to hear it and pick some of them to read on our episode.
Us gays, we just know how to do stuff.
Well, what about modern gays?
That's easy. Modern gays do everything. So let's get into today's episode because I am excited to discuss nature's poppers.
What are nature's poppers?
Sweaty, bushy, hairy armpits.
Nasty, smelly,
sweaty armpit.
Armpit is nature's poppers.
Yeah, and I'm into it.
You are into it.
I am into it. And I've shared that with you though so many times. I've actually said to you, when you come back from the gym, you like showering and you like smelling fresh and pristine and you put your deodorant and your aftershave and everything and you smell $1 million. I would rather you smell like a dirty man.
Maybe it is something to do with the science of it. It's not just the smell.
Absolutely. It's got to do with the science of it.
I wonder how many people out there really get into the smell of sweat or the smell of someone's dirty clothes or dirty underwear.
Yeah, people sell their dirty underwear.
Yeah, and it's just really the scents and the smells and the body odors that gets into it. it. Some people find it kind of naff and some people find it quite sexy.
Correct.
And it all has to do with really what you're attracted to.
Well, I think people just have so many different turn-ons and different fetishes in the bedroom that a lot of people just are very exploratory and they like to kind of try new things. And I think armpits is definitely one of them.
Well, if you watch Fellow Travelers in one of the recent episodes, there's this there's many sex scenes, but like in one of the sex scenes, they just like get all up in each other's armpits. And it's
kind of like a form of foreplay.
It's very sexual. It's very primal. It's pretty hot.
Well, a lot of people are saying that it's a form of penetration to like bury your face in the armpits and get all up in there.
It can be quite
sexually
intimate.
Penetrated. Yes.
Get your nose up in there.
So the reason why people are obsessed with armpits is because our body naturally produces pheromones.
Correct.
Pheromones are believed to trigger deep sexual biological responses, particularly in relation to our physical attraction to one another.
Yeah.
So did you know that there are 16 types of pheromones that are produced by our body?
Really? 16?
16, yeah. And there's a specific mood elevating and sexually arousing pheromone called androstenedione.
Okay.
So that's why people are into it.
I was actually doing my own research.
Tell me, doctor.
Science
daddy.
And I found the rumors and the nastiness
about your armpits.
About your armpits. No, the male pheromone AND affects the brain of gay men and heterosexual women very similarly. What's funny is that they have different pheromone sprays that used to be marketed towards men and women.
Get out of here.
That you could buy. And it wasn't really a scent that you would, go pick up at the department store. It wouldn't be like a Gucci or Chanel or whatever. It would literally be this off-brand random pheromone spray that you could put all over your body and attract, a sexual partner. This is a universal thing, like the smell, the pheromone of it.
Yeah.
But the actual action, like getting up and into the armpit, isn't for everyone, including not for all gay men.
Correct. I was going to say, let's also talk about how some people, the smell of BO, the smell of odor, armpits, sweat in general, for some people, it's a complete turn off. It's like an ick, red flag.
I like a shower. I like a moisturizer. If you smell like you just came from the beach, and no, if you smell like you just came from the beach and you're covered in like that Maui Hawaiian, like very specific tanning oil, that's sexy to me. Like, show me the tan line and that smell. I'm going full speed ahead.
Interesting.
But if it's a bit like stinky, smelly, and it's like you just did a berries class, that's the worst.
Why? Tell us why.
Because I think
this is good because you're not into it as much and I'm into it. So what's
a clean slate. Foundation needs to be set. That is properly clean, right?
But is that because
mess it up and get it dirty?
Yeah, but wait, you're missing the point. Is it because you think that smelling nice leads to hygienic?
Yes.
So that's primarily the reason why. So you associate in the bedroom scent to hygiene.
Correct. And you know what? Even Dr. Carlton had mentioned this. You got to sniff it out down there before you get down to business. Because if it smells funky, do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
All right, but we're talking about sweaty.
Normal body odor, just like a normal clean person that is a little bit sweaty here or there. That's fine.
Okay.
But I'm talking about running a marathon or just going to the gym for 2 hours and sweating it out. You stink.
Okay, so let me give you one more comparison. Would you rather lick, and I mean lick and bury your face in someone's armpits, or eat someone's toes? Crickets.
Because I really don't want to do either.
Really? You have to pick.
Why do I have to pick?
You have to pick.
Are the toes clean?
Okay, let's assume that this person has showered. So you can either lick a clean armpit or a toe.
This person has showered?
Sure.
Oh, both. Armpit
So now we're going all over.
Everything.
So the key to note is showering. Cool, got it.
Just take a shower.
Okay,
and we're good to go, whatever the kink is.
Okay, back to the episode.
So additionally, pheromones play a role in everyday interactions. So it's not just sexual. It could be choosing who you want to partner up with, who do you want to work with.
Pheromones are chemical messengers that are produced by our bodies, right? So as humans, we are organisms and we are attracted to other organisms as a prime of communications like a species would. So it's very similar in terms of that. It's not just an armpit fetish.
So a study conducted by Ivanka Savic at the Karolinska University Hospital in Sweden discovered that a certain male pheromone known as A&D found in male sweat triggers similar brain activity in both gay men and heterosexual women. I'm going to get real sciencey with you right now. This activity occurs in the anterior hypothalamus, and it's a part of your brain that is associated with sexual behavior. So there is a specific region within your brain,
the hypothalamus,
anterior hypothalamus, that gets triggered when you smell other.
Bury your head and your nose in that sweaty armpit.
Yeah, it's just like it triggers it. It gets either like all hot and bothered, or it's like, well, that is not my scent. That's not my pheromone that I'm attracted to. I don't want anything to do with that armpit. Intriguingly, this is really specifically just for gay men. And potentially straight women, because this is not seen in heterosexual males. So maybe like the guy is into, like a heterosexual guy or anyone would be into like the licking or like the caressing, but they wouldn't actually have that anterior hypothalamus.
Is not stimulated.
It's not stimulated in a sexual way like it is for gay men. And this is like that specific A&D smell or chemical. The study suggests that this brain response may be linked to sexual orientation, although it does not establish a direct cause and effect relationship.
Interesting.
So to dive in even deeper.
Yes, we love going deeper with armpits.
Go deep into those pits. Further research conducted in 2005 supports that these findings were true as well. It showed that when gay men were given an anonymous sample of sweat, they preferred the scent of other gay men.
Well, I think...
So we can literally smell each other.
Well, this is funny because you're going to laugh at this, but what do I do when I come home from the gym on my Apple Watch?
You smell the band.
I smell it. And why do I smell it? Because I like the smell. That's weird.
You like your own smell?
I do like my own smell.
Oh my gosh.
So what's that study?
Egotistical.
I'll check it.
So in heterosexual men, in contrast, they are more attracted to the scent of a woman.
Yeah.
Obviously, right? So this indicates that our sense of smell plays a significant role in our sexual orientation and attraction, potentially.
So what if
according to these studies.
So what if a gay male wore a female odor? Would a straight male be attracted to me?
That is a good question.
I wonder.
Women, for example, they found to prefer the scent of men whose DNA differed significantly from their own. So that would assume that they're looking for a partner to produce, I guess, offspring with a robust immune system, or someone who's like dynamically different.
What is a robust immune system?
It's like our own brain as animals. In a way, we are looking for partners to sustain our species.
That's really funny because when you're going on a date or when you're going to meet somebody, you will always first notice, I'd say, their looks. Second thing you notice is their scent.
Like if you're in the gym and you're sweaty and you have like a whole bunch of gay friends and they all come up to say hi to you or whatever, and you're just like dripping with sweat, like are they more sexual around you in a way? Like is it because you are giving off that like hardcore A&D
That's why
pheromone?
Yeah, their hypothalamus is pulsating in their brain. But think about this. That's why gay men love saunas. Because they're hot and sweaty.
Hot saunas, yeah.
Hot and sweaty. Yeah. Their pheromones, those 16 types of pheromones are secreting out of their body, baby. They are dripping wet, girl.
That's why so many gyms are shut down or people are kicked out because they can't control themselves.
Yeah, you cannot give a blowy at Crunch Gym then.
Please don't have sex in the sauna.
Before we get into speaking about fetishes and armpit fetishes, it's time for Only Whispers. So this is from Rico in Los Angeles. He says, does casual sex stop me from finding a serious relationship? I'm looking for love, but miss sex.
People are very much in a way looking for both at the same time. Like, we met on an app that you could slide the bar from looking for Mr. Right or looking for Mr. Right now. And it's very normal to be like, okay, I want to just like go out and have a fun time, meet some people and potentially have some sex. Or I want to find that long-term partner. I want to go on some dates.
So do you think it's okay to have sex with others while you're dating somebody?
If you go on a date and you have a really good time and there's sexual energy and you want to have sex. I think the trick is you don't want to lead someone on.
Correct.
And you don't want to definitely take advantage of someone who is obviously
putting themselves out there
and may get emotionally attached after sex. And even like Love Daddy Trev on our episodes has said many times that you do really need to figure out what your priorities are and put your energy into that.
Correct.
And if that means that you don't have sex on the first date, maybe not even on the second date, like really form that connection, form a genuine connection. And you might find that if you're trying to form a genuine connection with someone, even if it's just a sexual hookup, if there's no genuine connection, maybe that hookup doesn't happen.
Correct.
If you want to be that fuckboy energy, then be the fuckboy energy. If you want to go on dates and like connect with people and build meaningful relationships, then do that. I don't think that you can easily do both. I think that you do have to make sure that you are listening to yourself and being honest to yourself.
I love that. Next question. Stephanie from Sydney said, if your relationship had a superpower, what would it be and how would you use it? What would yours be?
I think we already have that superpower.
What is it?
I think every time we come together,
we can read each other.
We can read each other's minds.
We can read each other's minds. We know what we're thinking
we communicate
before we even say it.
So much without saying words all the time.
Correct.
We're very much in sync.
We are.
But if I had another superpower, and not that I'm not grateful for what we have, but I would imagine every time we clapped, we made $5,000.
Oh, I love that.
Like high five, $5,000.
That's really fun.
We'd be clapping hands.
We'll clapping hands.
Clapping those hands every day.
I would say if we could have a superpower in our relationship, it would be to click our fingers and we had like a 5-course dinner serving ready to go.
No cooking, just eating.
No cooking. Like we click. You can clap. I want to click.
Okay, I'll clean up with a clap. You cook with a click.
We're going to need to clean up with a clap because it's going to be a lot of plates. So yeah.
Clicking and clacking.
So that's my superpower, Stephanie. Thanks for that question. That got us thinking a little bit.
So we got an anonymous message from Kay on Instagram. And our third question is, my partner said my butt doesn't look very sexy or nice. Is there any lotion or oil or something I could put on my butt to make it look nice and shiny and smooth? Maybe like a body lotion? Give me some tips. You need to exfoliate. That's the key.
Tara loves exfoliation.
You need to get a loofah or just something, maybe even like one of like those soft sponges, not the hard sponge, something a bit softer. And you need to scrub in a circular motion and just exfoliate that booty. Once you exfoliate in the shower, you can then moisturize.
Another great one is Sol de Janeiro Beach Bum Bum Cream. It's in the yellow tub, smells amazing, it smells divine. Look, I love an armpit smell, but this is still really good and gets the bum nice and smooth.
Yes, and what is also good is body butt mask. There is seaweed butt mask, there's plant-based collagen butt mask, there's citrus butt mask. And it's
all the butt masks.
Brightening, rejuvenation, toning, plumping, firming, illuminating, all the things. So listen.
Linda.
Listen, Kay. First exfoliate, then wash, then treat with a butt mask. The key is consistency. So you just do that.
Treat it like your face. Wash, moisturize, hydrate.
Good. Treat it like your face. Treat your butt like your face.
Amazing. Well, thank you guys for your questions. So, Garet, let's talk about fetishes. What are some of yours?
Definitely not armpits, but I can appreciate an armpit. What is a fetish for me?
Yes.
And I don't know if I've fully explored this yet, but it is ASMR. I actually watch those ASMR videos on YouTube, especially like the woman eating a pickle or
you love
typing on the, the keyboard
and chewing her gum,
but also like the visual ASMR stuff where like they cut into the sand or they cut into jelly and they put things like into the stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just this like really, really specific whispering.
Oh,
and they also make like,
well, some people are into bondage. Some people are into blindfolding. You know, some people are into gagging, girl.
Gagging, girl. And then I guess this armpit thing is sniffing, right?
Yeah, even some people are into edging, you know, not blowing a load.
Oh my God, you can't say blowing a load on our podcast.
Oh my God, I just did.
Well, anyway, I think we should have a whole other episode all about kinks.
Absolutely.
That does wrap up our fascinating dive into the world of pheromones and attraction and smelly armpits, exploring everything from the science behind the scent to its actual unique role in our personal and romantic lives, especially in the bedroom. Whether it's the allure of a natural aroma or the intrigue of an armpit fetish, we've uncovered that attraction is far more complex and wonderfully diverse than many of us even ever realized. So thanks for joining us on this scented adventure.
And until next time, keep building the vibrant life you want by staying fresh or funky, whatever makes you feel good.